Welcome to this video about multi-tenancy for SaaS products. In the past, customers were used to receiving software as installable artifacts like JEE WAR files or SAP transport files. Furthermore, they had to know how to set up and maintain their software installations. Nowadays, many customers demand software as a service products. What they expect from this is reduced costs while maintaining their high security standards. For software as a service providers, this presents several challenges. These can be overcome by defining and implementing a good multi-tenancy concept. In this video, we touch upon aspects related to enabling a software product for being offered as multi-tenant software as a service. In contrast to classic customer-hosted products, software as a service offerings face challenges in these areas: data separation, application level isolation, tenant structure, and tenant administration. Data separation is certainly the most known aspect of multi-tenancy. Two important variants for implementing data separation with relational databases are known as dedicated database, that's having a separate database instance for each tenant, and shared database, which is having all tenant data in the same tables with the tenant ID as part of the primary key. Using dedicated databases usually incurs both more hardware resource costs and DevOps costs. Using a shared database, on the other hand, lowers these costs but demands strict data separation facilities in the application level code. Criteria for choosing the right approach for your software as a service product include the expected number of tenants, the tenant growth rate, the expected data volume per tenant, your customer security requirements, and much more. In comparison to data separation, application level isolation is less known but equally important. You probably do not want that one of your customers experiences a slow UI only because another customer started a time-consuming background job. Therefore, software as a service providers need to either go for dedicated application servers as well, or implement features like throttling and dynamic load balancing. Another factor to take into account here is software upgrades. Do you enforce upgrades throughout your whole landscape? Do you implement feature toggles such that customers can decide if and when they start using the latest innovations of your product? In any case, how do you ensure zero downtime upgrades? There are many details to be thought about. The third area of challenges is related to the tenant structure. Usually it is not sufficient that a customer subscribes to one and only one tenant. Customers may want to have several tenants in order to enforce separation between business units, etc., or to be able to configure tenants differently. Different environments like a sandbox, dev, QA, or prod may be needed depending on your concrete software as a service offering. One approach you may know from Amazon's AWS or the SAP Cloud platform is to provide global accounts with the possibility to create sub-accounts. In this terminology, a tenant is more or less equivalent to a sub-account. The software as a service provider still has to define which configuration options may be done on global and which ones on sub-account level. For example, branding and connection definitions to external systems. The fourth area of challenges is tenant administration. In order to increase your return on investment, the tenant onboarding procedure should be as automated as possible, therefore demanding thorough planning. For the customer-specific tenant configuration, own applications have to be provided to enable customers to connect your software as a service solution to their own identity providers, etc., and to ensure that changes are picked up by your solution in a timely manner. Furthermore, you'll have to think about usage metering of data volume, processing time, network traffic, etc. on a per tenant basis to lay the foundation for a fair bidding strategy. As a wrap-up, we can conclude that multi-tenancy is an essential quality of any software as a service product. Therefore, it requires thorough planning and implementation steps right from the start of the development process.